So I'm gonna be slobbered on. So I think we should introduce ourselves. We are Riding Far, and we are a team, a father and son team. I am Paul Haefner. I'm a licensed clinical and sports psychologist. I specialize in, I guess the way I think about it is serving the equestrian community with all of the skills that I have: psychotherapy, personal professional development, and sports psych work. And you are?
I'm Justin Haefner, and I'm a horse trainer specializing in young horse development and classically based dressage.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're really grateful for the chance to, from Equine Mastery, to introduce ourselves and share a bit about how we think about horses and our partnership, and just a little bit of our story. Um, One of the things that we are passionate about, we think about modeling, educating, and nurturing positive and mutually satisfying relationships with horses. And one of the things that we believe is that people and horses need expertise from different people with different skill sets and different training who work together in an integrated way, which is why you and I work together. Hi, sweetie. So do you want me to start?
You start.
You start. So I think there's 3 questions that we need to answer. So I'm gonna be slobbered on. So the first one is, how were you introduced to the equestrian world? And I know how you were introduced because I was there.
Right.
But for me, it was a little bit different. I wasn't born into it, and there's a story told in my family that I came to my parents when I was 5, and asked if I could ride horses, and my mom said when I was 10.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is actually true, but the story is that I didn't say another word about it until I was 10. In the morning of my 10th birthday, I got up and said, "Can I ride now?" So, and that's when I started riding at that point, and horses have been part of my life in one way, shape, or form ever since. Yeah. Hi, sweetie. So I think probably the easiest answer is I may have been born with a defective gene that has me just passionate and loving horses. So,
Well,
yeah.
so I must have got that gene too, because I've been on a horse since how old was I?
18 months.
18 months old. So
Yeah.
what really shaped me with horses was really living with them. I've wandered through a lot of different disciplines, but I think what really got me started and really shaped my early interactions with horses was just existing with horses from a young age. So you know, I had a pony that I would go out and lay on her back in the field and spend hours on, you know, explore the woods and that kind of thing. So from an early age, just really interested in the horsemanship of it.
So tell me about your thoughts about the uniqueness of our partnership with horses, both in terms of, you know, humans in general, but also your unique connections.
Yeah, what strikes me the most about my life with horses and how I see this, it's like this strange and magical interaction that we have between us and the horses, and between people as we share this love of horses. And what I really feel like horses teach me a subtlety of the world and of interactions and communications. Working with horses shows me how to be in the world. Not just in these interactions with horses, but it's how do I show up with other people. It's how do I show up in my community. And they're always ready to show another layer to that and take things deeper if you're going to be there and to learn it. That's what, to me, what is most unique about horses.
When I think about partnership with the horses, I think I'm just learning about what it is. So one of the challenges that I have personally and with all the people that I work with, and I know to some extent the people that we work with, is that so much about partnership with horses starts out with what we think it is and what we want it to be and what we need it to be.
Right.
And I think the beauty of the partnership with horses is that over time, if you're lucky enough to have a relationship with a horse long enough, that you then get a glimpse into the balance between what are my needs and what are my needs getting met, and what are the horse's needs and what are the horse's needs getting met, and that when you're working together in order to meet both of your needs in the context of that relationship, to me that's what the true partnership is about.
What in your life with horses have you found to be most challenging versus what's been most rewarding?
The easiest thing for me to answer is what's most rewarding, because for me the reward of being with horses is to have a time and a place and a space where I don't feel like I have to be an expert, or I don't feel a pressure to be the one with the answers or know what I'm doing, which is how I feel in so many areas of my life, my professional life, when I was, in school and that sort of thing. And then, and with horses, I've always been free to be the learner. I've always been free to just want to do things better, but I'll be able to seek help and be open and be a learner. So that's been the biggest reward, is having that part of my life to explore with horses. The biggest challenges, quite honestly, for me have just been those that have arisen out of my fears. When I've had a couple of pretty serious accidents, I guess you could call them, although who knows if they're really accidents. They may have been caused by my own lack of knowledge and understanding. And then having to overcome those. And the interesting thing for me is that those biggest challenges that I've faced, overcoming my own fears, has become the cornerstone of the vast majority of the work that I do with riders. So
Yeah, no, that's cool.
It's both a challenge and a gift.
I feel like my biggest challenge is less to do with horses and more to do with some of the demands of the industry, when I feel like maybe the horses that I've been working with, I start a lot of young horses that go into competitive circles, and anytime that I feel like the horse's needs are not being met within the demands of performance, that has been the biggest challenge for me. As far as rewards go, horses have given me my whole life. It's kind of hard to to pull out one thing that's most, the biggest reward. I'll just leave it there. Horses have given me my purpose for my entire life.
Yeah. I think that that's a really neat thing. I think I share that with the integration of people. So the relationship between people and horses has given me the purpose for my whole life, I think. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Cool.